All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. If you could pop in the comments where you're joining in from, we would love to hear. And yeah, we're just going to kick this off because we have so much really valuable information that we want to share with everyone. So welcome. Thanks for joining us. All right, conscious water technology. Change your water and change your life. All right, so we're just going to introduce ourselves. Hi, guys. I'm Amber Nicole, beach girl, dog mom, and I live here in San Diego, California. I am a ex-burnout accountant. I finally found something that I'm passionate about, something that makes me know that I'm doing what I should be doing, and totally lights my world on fire. And it comes with all these amazing people that you get to meet inside of our group. So welcome, and that's a little bit about me.
Awesome, awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Carrie, for those of you that don't know me. Small town girl living in Colorado right now. Growing up, I had a real big dream of traveling all over the world. I really like my life motto. I believe life should be fun. I'm actually also wearing my life motto here on my shirt: drink water and manifest. So that's what we are here today to talk about. Um, I really love being able to earn online so I can travel and work anywhere and anytime I choose. I believe that having multiple streams of income, creating a passive residual income is an absolute must. And I'm a huge advocate for sustainability, clean water, and just healthy living. And so this is, just speaks to my core in all of the aspects. So I'm so excited to be here tonight to share with you guys literally one of my favorite subjects, and that is water. So I have a very important question that I just want to kick the meeting off, or the webinar off, with tonight for you guys. Is there anyone on this call that does not drink water? Right? So, we look at it as kind of a silly question. We all drink water, right? That's kind of the point of being human. I hope we don't have any aliens on the call. But really, who here thinks they drink enough water? One of the shocking facts that I first found out when I jumped in was actually 75% of Americans are considered chronically dehydrated. And there's a list of symptoms here on the slide that show some symptoms, some signs that you are dehydrated: headache, constipation, mood swings, muscle cramps, thirst, weakness, sunken eyes, dry skin, dizziness, hunger. Um, we've got a lot of things that happen when we're dehydrated. And I don't think we really realize it sometimes. We just think, oh, I have a headache, or, oh, I'm cranky today, or, oh, my skin's really dry, I must need more moisturizer. And really, what it comes down to, it all comes down to water. Our bodies are made up of approximately 70% water. This changes throughout our lifetime, obviously changes depending on our hydration levels as well. You can see we've got some different areas of the body, the percentages of water that they usually are made up of here in this graph. But really, why is water and proper hydration so important to our health? Well, it has to do with temperature regulation inside of our bodies. It protects our nervous system. It cushions our joints. It rids the body of waste. It keeps our skin moisturized. And it actually curbs overeating, right? A lot of times when we feel like we're hungry, we're actually thirsty. But when it comes down to it, not all water is created equal. And that was something I learned too. I thought, oh, it's just water, right? But the kind of water you are drinking really makes a difference in how you feel. So I want to take just a few minutes and address what our current water situation here is in the world. These numbers are specifically US figures. In the US, we have 19 million waterborne illnesses reported annually. And actually, the CDC has let us know that that's actually only about half of the actual waterborne illnesses annually, because a lot of times people they don't go to the doctor, they don't report it. So this 19 million waterborne illnesses in the US, guys, not third world country, US. We've got 118,000 waterborne hospitalizations happening in the US each year from waterborne related illnesses. And we've got over 6,600 waterborne illness related deaths happening each year here in the US. So really shocking when you start to look at those numbers. Worldwide, we have more than 3.4 million people dying each year. as a result of these water-related illnesses, right? This makes it the number one cause, the leading cause of disease and death around the world. You guys, this is a global water crisis and it's not being talked about. So that's really what we're here to do today, is shed some light, share some education and some understanding around what we can do. So what's in our tap water, right? We're going to talk about tap water, we're going to talk about bottled water, and then we're going to talk about some solutions. What's in your tap water? We've got things like forever chemicals, microplastics, we've got lead, we've got mercury, we've got pesticides, we've got herbicides, we've got poisons like arsenic, and we've got living microbes like bacteria, viruses, cysts. It's actually really kind of scary when you think about it. Just because your water's clear doesn't mean it's clean. And there is a phenomenal database that we have here in the US. It's called the EWG. And these guys have a database that looks at and compares all of the municipality water here in the US. So you can enter your zip code, you can enter your water municipality. That's the company you pay your water bill to. And this database is going to pull a report for you. It's going to tell you exactly what contaminants have been found in your municipality's water. It's going to tell you what levels those are being found in. And the EWG sets levels that are different than the federal standards, because really the federal standards have been set based on cost effectiveness at removing these contaminants from the water. They're not set based on safety. So the EWG really looks at what's safe for consumption when it comes to these contaminants. And I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm drinking my water, I want it to be safe. I don't really care how cost effective it is to remove the contaminant. If I can address removing that on my own, I'm certainly going to. So this EWG is a phenomenal resource. If you haven't already gotten a water report from the EWG, just drop EWG down there in the chat, and we will be happy to pull your report for you, let you know what you're working with. This is an US only. So if you are outside of the US, we've got some different options for you, but EWG is going to be US only. But drop EWG down in the chat if you want your report. We're happy to get that to you. And then I'm going to pass it over to Nicole here. She's going to talk about a completely different problem.
Thanks, girl. Wow, that was a lot of information and a lot of things to get you thinking on, right? All right, so Americans consume 8.6 billion gallons of bottled water annually, which is 92 billion about bottles of water. 36 ounces of water are used to manufacture only 12 ounces of bottled water. So each year, 17 million barrels of oil are used to produce bottled water. That's 340 million gallons of gasoline. So only 1 in 5 bottles are recycled. And I'm sure we all know about this because of Plastic Island. And if you've never heard or seen about Plastic Island, I urge you to please go look it up. It will change your mind about using any type of plastic for the environment because of this island. It's really sad. The other 4 contribute to the 3 billion pounds of plastic water bottles added to the landfills each year. Really sad. So this is not sustainable and we have to do better. All right, problems with commonly used symptoms. So electrolytes and minerals naturally found in water are calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. These are essentially what our body craves. Water that's purified using reverse osmosis, which is very popular, and distillation, I can never say that word, we all know what it is, are missing these essential minerals, which is why they are often referred to as quote unquote dead water. So a little diagram below for you. Reverse osmosis is great to remove contamination. However, it is terrible for the removal of natural minerals that our body needs. So low energy levels, flaky dry skin, and hair falling out is a classic sign that the body is depleted of minerals. There is also a lot of wastewater with the RO systems as well. And then distilled water. So distilled water is made through the process of evaporation, usually through boiling. And the water is often marketed for babies. However, it can cause dehydration and muscle spasms because of the lack of minerals for the blood. Very eye-opening. And then we have some clips here for the most recent, things that have been in the news. And I don't know if you know, but recently they did another test on bottled water as well. So that one we need to add in here too. But the dangers of bottled water amid numerous recalls and even deaths and contamination concerns with bottled water are very real. Bottled water is not the solution. We're going to tell you what is the solution. Don't you worry. And a for-profit industry, which, hello, they're charging way too much money for these contaminated plastic water bottles with crap in them. Water is not their focus, clearly. Your health is not their primary concern. They just want you to buy their plastic bottles, aka money. All right, bottled water safety issues. So testing, one person at the FDA regulates all bottled water. Can you think about that? One person? That's a little crazy. Plus, testing is often done by the companies themselves, which is not certified by any means. And the source, 60% of bottled water is tap water. Like eye-opening, I had no fucking idea, excuse my French, but now that we know, we can do better. Imported bottled water may seem convenient, but most types of water is pumped from indigenous and landfill aquifers. Gross. And the expense, bottled water protection profits on 14 billion annually. It's crazy. The consumer overpays for water that is oftentimes toxic and doesn't meet your needs for cleaning and cooking food. Excuse me. And then health. Bottled water is loaded with chemicals and microplastics, which is the study that they just released. You might want to look it up. And the plastics are known to complicate fertility, pregnancy, and more, which is stemmed to and antimony, I can never say the word. Thank you. Is a trace metal used in the creation of plastic water bottles. Oof, that has been linked to heart, lung, gastro disease, as well as certain forms of cancer. So sad. And then the planet, by the near 2050, we will have more plastic in our oceans than we will fish. Like, we have to do better, you guys. This can't be happening. So now what? We shouldn't drink unfiltered tap water, and we shouldn't drink bottled water. What is the best solution to avoid contaminants and still have access to clean, clear water? What are our options? Well, it's time to talk. We're going to talk about ionization next. All right, how it all got started. After World War II, Japan was experiencing problems with acid rain from China's Industrial Revolution. The scientists set out around the world to find clean drinking water. What they found was soon being called miracle waters. These special waters were found in only a few places around the world, and they had some unique healing properties. The ability to slow down the aging process and the ability to improve one's health. The truth is, these are rare healing waters that the scientists found are not at all like our normal drinking water. In fact, they are not even close. And the scientific study of this miracle water. The analysis of so-called miracle water from all around the world showed similar findings. All of these waters had minerals and trace elements dissolved into the water. However, the most peculiar ingredient was molecular hydrogen. Molecular hydrogen typically does not exist on its own earth, but it is dissolved in these waters. So Fiji, Germany, so many beautiful places too. I wish I could live there. A technological breakthrough. In 1970, Japanese scientists discovered a revolutionary way to mimic these naturally occurring ionized healing waters using electricity, and it's called Kangen water. So Kangen water was born, and Kangen water actually means return to origin. And I'm going to pass it back to Carrie.
Yes. So that is exactly the story of how Kangen water was born, right? So these machines were created in the 1970s by the Japanese scientists, and they mimic the way the water is able to be produced in these natural environments, these streams, these waterfalls, these bubbling brooks. So the technical term, or the official term for Kangen water is called electrolyzed reduced water. You can actually search for that in PubMed studies. So that's what this water is technically called. But when it is produced by these ionizer machines, these electrical devices, it's actually called Kangen water. So we're going to be talking about the ionization process and Kangen water. So how does it work? Excuse me. So the machines, the inside of the machines, we have several different titanium plates that are dipped in platinum. So each of the machines has a different number of plates, 7 or 8 plates. And the water is going to pass through these plates. These plates are charged with electricity. So we're using electricity to change the molecular structure of the water, right? We're breaking the hydrogen bonds that form. H2O is our water. So we're breaking apart these bonds that hold the atoms together, the molecules. And we end up with OH negative, which is a hydroxide ion. It's alkaline by nature. And we end up with H2, which is molecular hydrogen gas. We end up with H plus, which is a hydrogen proton that's acidic. And we end up with O2, which is oxygen gas. So we have water that is very highly oxygenated with the O2 gas. We have water that is full of hydrogen, the molecular hydrogen gas. And then we have water that is alkaline because of the hydroxide ions, the OH negative in there. So it's a very fascinating process. And the water that's created using this machine is created, it's alkaline, but it's alkaline in an electrical sense. It's created using electricity. And a lot of the water that you see, especially the water you see in bottles of water in supermarket shelves, that water is chemically created. It's artificially alkaline. This is something that's considered naturally alkaline or electrically alkaline, which is much, much, much better. Your body can actually use it. So when we talk about alkaline, we talk about acidic, we're talking about the pH scale here. So the pH scale is going to run from 0 to 14, right? On this particular, we have 2, which is going to be very, very acidic. We have 11, which is going to be very, very highly alkaline. And this is just simply the pH value of the water, the potential of hydrogen, the power of hydrogen in that water. We have several doctors. You can find so much research on this online if you Google. But here's just a few that we have to show you today. But really, sickness that exists in an acidic environment. So the more acidic our bodies become, the more we have sickness and issues with our health and disease that we're dealing with. And the more alkaline our bodies are, the more in a state of health, optimal health, we are. And it's actually, we tend to, when we're born, we're in a very alkaline state. As we grow, as we age, we tend to move into more of an acidic state. And at the point when we die, our bodies become completely acidic. So that's kind of one way to look at it. The more acidic we are, the closer to death we are. So no disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. This is a quote taken from Dr. Otto Warburg. He's a 1931 Nobel Prize winner, discovered cancer. And then on the other side here, we have Dr. Hiromi Shinya. We're going to be talking about him a little bit later, but he has healed and done treatments with Kangen water for the last 37, well, probably way more than 37 years. I'm not sure when this photo was, but he is actually the co-creator, co-inventor of the colonoscopy, and he does not treat patients unless they are on a Kangen protocol. So he says Kangen water is alkaline rich, and it is considered the very best drinking water because of its incomparable powers of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. So this is a look here real quick at the Enagic machine. This is the K8 ionizer. And these are the different types of water that this machine is able to produce. So it not only produces incredibly amazing drinking water, which we're going to talk about, but there are 4 other types of water that it produces. So we have strong Kangen water, which is going to be able to emulsify oil. So phenomenal from cleaning properties, and even has the ability to remove toxic pesticides and herbicides from your fruits and vegetables. We've got clean water, which is going to be a neutral setting on the machine. We've got beauty water, which is great for your skin, your hair, your plants, cleaning. And then we've got a strong acidic water, which is 2.5 pH. And it's actually a disinfectant. It has around the same properties as bleach. It actually works better than bleach, and it's non-toxic. So it kills any sorts of living microbes, viruses, bacteria, etc. So we're going to talk about each of these one by one. And I'm going to pass it over to Amber Nicole to kick us off with the strong Kangen water.
All right, guys. One of my favorite waters. So do you know what is on your family's food? To ensure that rainwater does not wash toxic pesticides off crops, farmers use oil-based sprays to prevent insects from destroying their crops. And washing your produce in tap water is unfortunately not effective since the water simply just rolls off in an oily-based wax that is covering all the produce. Only 11.5 strong water is able to effectively remove these oil-based toxic. And 200,000 die each year from pesticide poisoning. I don't know about you, but that's really scary. And then we have this really nifty demonstration.
These are not organic, right? And pesticides are oil-based because when it rains, they have to have the oil so the pesticides don't fall off. Well, the 11.5 is our strong alkaline Kangen water that's highly antioxidant, and it actually can remove all oils, which is why you can replace your laundry detergent with it and replace any kind of like degreaser for your stove or any kind of like cleaner like that. But here is my favorite part. So we're gonna wash these tomatoes with bottled water, or just say filtered water, right? Then we're going to wash these tomatoes with the 11.5 water. Whoops, gonna make a mess. Okay. We actually have this proven on PubMed to remove between 80 to 95% of all pesticides from your produce. My favorite part is that not only does the produce taste better, because it's not have that filmy, gross, slimy pesticide taste, and the produce lasts about a week longer. So by the way, when you wash your produce, so any fruits and vegetables at home with tap water, the chlorine is actually being absorbed into your fruits and vegetables. Same with your shower. That's why we have a shower unit. Even bottled water or filtered water at home, the chemicals are being put into the produce, but the worst part is it's not pulling out the pesticides and really cleaning the produce like you would like it to. Where the 11.5 can actually penetrate all oil and emulsify it and break it down and pull out all those pesticides.
Boom. I don't know about you guys, but that was the perfect demonstration. You could see, just like in this picture, all of the atrazine and the oily substance that they spray on our vegetables, it was being removed. And as a kid, I used to eat these tomatoes right out of the box, and now I totally regret it. And I'm trying to spread awareness to everybody that lets their kids do that, because this is really getting into your system and it's causing later issues in your life. So just a few of several uses for the 11.5. So the fruits and veggies, you can soak it for 5 minutes and it dissolves and removes the pesticides, herbicides, and insecticides. Even your meats, you could soak them for 5 to 10 minutes to kill bacteria and tenderize before cooking. And a good night's sleep. Drink 1 ounce 11.5 before bed to help the melatonin for a great night's sleep. I haven't tried this yet, but I might want to try it.
It works. I've tried it.
Yeah, it works. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. And then the hangovers, you can take a little shot of it to reduce and prevent hangovers and headaches. And the best one that we all love here as women, makeup remover. So you can spray it on your face to dissolve and remove the makeup, so you don't have to spend all that money on trying to, really remove your makeup, or you're more causing damage to your face. And then the degreaser, water emulsifies grease and gunk on contact for easy cleaning and kitchen appliances and clogged drains.
All right, so I'm going to jump back in here on this one, and I'm going to take you guys through the actual drinking water part of Kangen water, and really show you what makes this water so different than anything else that is out there. So we have 3 main benefits of this drinking water, and I pulled this little video clip from The Secret of Water. It's a Gaia, G-A-I-A, I'm not sure how we pronounce that, but it's from this, and so it's a phenomenal movie about water, The Secret of Water. This clip really sums it up.
When scientists studied this high mountain environment in places where water is known for its healing properties, like Lourdes in France, they made an important discovery. They found that the pH level of these waters was highly ionized and very alkaline. While studying water, researchers exposed ordinary water to magnetically charged plates, creating a simple method of ionization, separating water into two streams, one alkaline and one acidic. The water from the alkaline stream significantly improves hydration because it is easier for the body to absorb. Water from tap or bottled sources is usually clustered in groups of 11 to 16 water molecules. During ionization, the water molecules are reduced to only 5 to 8 molecules per cluster. The percentage of oxygen increases significantly, which can be almost double the amount of tap or bottled water, allowing the body to maintain a proper pH balance.
Our lifespan is directly proportional to the amount of antioxidants we have in our body. And water is an important carrier of antioxidants. If you drink water that has large quantities of hydrogen, along with the right surface tension and right mineral content, then it will slow down the aging process. It will keep our mitochondria from dying, which provide us with the energy of life. And so we can expect to live longer. Essentially, it is said that we should live to be about 120 years old, and we often die long before that. So no one really dies of natural causes if they die younger than that. They die of dehydration.
So you can really see how much our hydration plays a point or a part in our lives, right? And the benefits of this water, we have the powerful antioxidant molecular hydrogen, far superior hydration, and a naturally high alkaline pH. We have superior health benefits with this. So we're going to talk a little bit about the antioxidants here. I did a couple of clips just to kind of give you guys some different versions of information here so that it's not just us talking. You can really see that this is widespread knowledge all over the place because sometimes it is new to us. But this talks a little bit about how water can be antioxidizing. And then you've got the image on the right that's going to talk about what it's like when you're drinking water that has molecular hydrogen in it as well.
So how can a water be antioxidizing? Well, an antioxidant is a simple molecule capable of stopping the oxidation and deterioration of other molecules. Enagic's industry-leading Japanese technology uses electricity to separate the molecules in your water, leaving more antioxidizing molecules available to stop oxidation, inflammation, and the aging process in your body. This is an ORP meter, which literally measures a liquid's potential to reduce oxidation. The more positive the reading, the more oxidizing or inflammatory the liquid is. The more negative the reading, the more antioxidizing and anti-inflammatory a liquid is. We'll go to Propel. This is actually the same as vitamin water, Gatorade, Powerade, any sports drink. About 400s. Going up and down there. We got Sprite. We all kind of know that soda's bad for us. Diet sodas, by the way, and dark colored sodas are in the 500s. But Sprite is right around 436. We got Kangen. And it's been sitting out a while, so that's pretty good for sitting out. That's negative 483. Right out of the tap, I get negative 800 sometimes.
So you can see, and remember, these negative numbers are the antioxidizing. The positive numbers are the ones that are creating the oxidation, right? They're aging us. We want the anti-aging. We want those negative numbers. And like she said, Kangen straight out of the tap is going to be right around the negative 800. It is very, 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 very antioxidizing. And this is just a look at molecular hydrogen in and of itself. So molecular hydrogen has really only been being studied for maybe the last, well, widely studied. I can't say only being studied, but it's really come into the public eye and to the medical eye. There's a lot of medical studies that have been happening around H2, and it's actually been proven that molecular hydrogen has therapeutic potential in over 170 different disease models, right? So you can see here these hydrogen treatments. You've got the 2 hydrogen, the double hydrogen, with molecular hydrogen H2. Ulcers, neuromuscular diseases, skin disorders, metabolic diseases, infections, sepsis, cancer, um, neurodegenerative diseases, radiation effects, cardiovascular diseases, strokes, obesity, and then inflammation, autoimmune diseases. Um, so you've got a huge, huge, huge thing. Each one of these categories has tons of disease models within it. And so molecular hydrogen is huge, right? And this water is full of it. And then we come to the superior hydration and the detoxification part. And this is another quick demo that's going to show really what this looks like. I really believe in the power of these demonstrations because when you can see it with your own eyes, it's like, whoa, it's more than, you know, an hour's worth of words when you look at a 2-minute demonstration. So check this one out.
This is my absolute favorite. So you see this Lipton green tea bag? We want this to represent your body. Now, this is not some major scientific experiment. It's just a cool idea so you can see the better hydration and detoxification. So we'll put the tea bag in there. I want you to pretend like you're drinking Dasani all day and you're trying to get yourself hydrated. This is really important for athletes. It's really important for dealing with brain fog. And of course, with the detoxification, it's really important for losing weight and for feeling better because toxins, we'll even get a little help there. Toxins sit in our cells, and if you can't get them out with your water. And what did my skeptical husband say? He said, well, that's not fair. The tea bag was already wet, right? But isn't that cool? That's showing you the superior hydration, better detoxification of your cells. But just so you know that we weren't, you know, cheating, or it wasn't because the tea bag was already wet. We'll go back to the Dasani. You know how when you feel really bloated or your stomach feels really full and sloshy with bottled water or tap water, you're drinking a lot of water? It's because it's sitting in your stomach and not actually absorbing into the intestines. To give you a little dose of science, the Kangen water, between the good alkaline minerals and the antioxidant, it can open your pyloric valve and go straight into the intestines. We actually have the top colon doctor in the world, Dr. Hiromi Shinya. He created the polyposcopy and helped create the colonoscopy. And this is why he recommends Kangen water as the main beverage to drink, because the Kangen water absorbs the tea better. That's showing you how you can absorb your nutrients better and how you can get waste and toxins out of your cells better. It's a pretty cool representation.
So I told you we were going to be talking about Dr. Hiromi Shinya a little bit later in the presentation. And so here he is. He is professor of surgery at Albert Einstein College of Medicine and chief of the endoscopy department at Beth Israel Medical Center. And he's one of the top 10 surgeons in the world. Like I mentioned earlier, he co-invented the colonoscopy, and he's seen and performed over 370,000 colonoscopies. And part of his protocol for cancer patients is to drink 3 liters of Kangen water every single day. So he really, really believes in the power of this water to the point where he requires his patients to do that. And so here's some images, right? So these are from the colon of a 45-year-old female with breast cancer and chronic constipation after 2 days of prep. And this is the before and the after picture, 3 months after treatment of drinking this Kangen water daily. So it's pretty eye-opening to see the before and the after pictures here. I know these are kind of graphic pictures, but here's another. This is the colon of a 65-year-old female. She's a cigarette smoker with breast cancer. And you've got a before and an after again with 3 months after treatment of drinking the Kangen water daily. So this is absolutely incredible, the power of this water. And then again, just another hearing from the experts. This is from Dr. William Kelly Idem, and he's the doctor who cures cancer, right? He's got this book. And his quote is, alkaline water has become the most important advancement in healthcare since penicillin. Like, think about that, you guys, since penicillin. This is the future when it comes to our health. So just I'm going to run through this really quickly. You can see this video as it plays. This is from my own kitchen, a jug that I created. You can see that the water in here is moving. It is not carbonated. It's just simply full of the hydrogen gas, the oxygen gas. It's moving. We call it living water because it is filled with electric current, and it actually is an ionized water. That's where it comes from. So it's great for everyday drinking. Unlike tap water, Kangen water has got no unpleasant odor. It tastes lighter, has a pleasant, like kind of sweet flavor. And there's 3 different pH levels, so 8.5, 9.0, 9.5 that you can use how you need. It's great for weight loss, drinking before you snack, before meals. Remember what I said, most of the time when we feel hungry, it's because we're thirsty. So drinking water before we eat can really help with that. Soups, stir fry, cooking, all this kind of stuff that you would normally use tap water, please don't. So you can use the Kangen water for this instead. Anything, coffees, teas. It actually changes the taste, the flavor, because it is able to just really bring out the flavors of the coffees and the teas. And then anything vision, right? Dry eyes. If you're drinking and you're properly hydrated, you're going to notice a difference with your eyes, with your joints, with your skin, all this stuff. And it is registered as a medical device, you guys. So this means you can travel with it. You can fly. You can go straight through the TSA checkpoints with your full bottles of water because Kangen is medical grade water. So we've got a couple clips of each of us flying with our water.
No, I'm getting my water tested.
And so that's the TSA. They just open it, they test it, they scan it, they make sure everything is legit. You can see me. This is actually my carry-on bag. I travel with both my filtration system and then my ionization system right here. And then I've got a little bit that shows also them testing my water bottles. I've traveled with, gosh, a gallon and a half of water in multiple different bottles. And they just open it like this and test it. And they look at me like I'm crazy. And, nope, I don't drink anything other than this water for medical reasons. And they let me right through. So it's really amazing to not have to be wasting your money on plastic bottled water filled with who knows what and charging an arm and a leg in the airport. We can actually just travel with this water. So it's pretty beautiful. And then pets, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but who's got some pets in here? Dogs, cats. Pets love Kangen water. I used to have 2 dogs. They would absolutely go crazy. They would choose it over anything. I've done so many tests to recreate this. I know Amber Nicole has too. Watch this little video clip and you'll see we've done this with both of our animals.
Most likely, people do not sense any particular difference between naturally pure and artificially purified water. But any animal will always choose water from a spring, because this water is loaded with natural energies.
Dogs know best, I swear it. But you can see, like, pets just love the ionized water. Vets love the ionized water. So it really is not just for us humans, but it's great for our animals as well. And cats too. Cats love it too. And then who is drinking Kangen water? I like to just showcase that people know about this. This is a bigger thing than we really think. And sometimes, you know, the stars and the athletes get first priority access to these kinds of technologies, but really this is available to all of us. This isn't something that's just high tier level, but you've got stars like Demi Moore, Ron Perlman, Steven Tyler, George Lopez, Brad Pitt. I mean, you guys can see the pictures here, right? We've got athletes like Tiger Woods, Manny Pacquiao, Stephen Curry, and we've even got entire sports teams. The Los Angeles Angels has signed up with the Enagic systems within their stadiums, within their training facilities, within their locker rooms, and within all of their athletes. So everybody loves this Kangen water, and they have their machines in all their homes, in all their training centers and whatnot. So it's very, very, very popular. It's not just something that's new that's coming around. And I like to put this up here because sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, how much is this going to cost? But really take a look at this. How much are you already spending on bottled water, right? If you're drinking bottled water for the majority of your hydration needs, these are some costs that you might be spending. And this is annually versus 15 years, right? Our systems, our Kangen systems have a life expectancy of 25, 35 plus years. So this 15-year total cost is a low estimate on what you would be spending without one of these machines, right? And with one of these machines, you're going to be saving tons on other things too that we're going to talk about coming up. But right, you look at this, you're going to just supplement yourself and your hydration with Dasani. Over 15 years, you're spending over $20,000 for Dasani. This is not an expensive water, right? You look at that same thing over 15 years for our Kangen water, you're going to be spending $6,000. So really something to consider when you're thinking about, gosh, how much am I really spending on my water? Because these numbers add up. And then this, I just always like to remind us of this. We looked at the beginning at tap water, the contaminants in our tap water. We looked at bottled water, the contaminants in our bottled water. And really, we're talking about ionization in this, but it's very important to remember that the water coming out of our machines is only as good as the water coming into it. So step one is always, always, always filtration. If you are in an area that uses a water municipality, right? So tap water, public water, filtration is going to be absolutely key for you in order to maintain your machine, the life of your ionizer machine, and in order to be able to get the best quality water for yourself. We do have some filtration options that work the best with this machine. So if you're interested in learning more about filtration, just drop filtration in the chat. We can talk to you about that. We're going to continue on about ionization in this call, activation, right? To be able to produce the best quality living water. So I'm going to move forward here on that. I just always like to touch base on that. So I'm going to pass it over and we're going to talk about clean water next.
All right, clean water. So all of that information was amazing, right, guys? So cool to know all these details about the water because it really helps you eye open to what's really going on. So for the clean water, you can tell it's for babies and it's for the older generation who might be taking some medications because the water is truly ionized. So you don't want it to break down any of your medication faster than it needs to, what it's supposed to do in your stomach. So this drinking water is free of chlorine, rust, cloudiness, and it's a neutral water. So it's delicious still for drinking. And then the baby formula, obviously, it's water that's used for preparing baby food and formulas. And then again, the medication, it just helps for the easily absorbed into your body. All right, and my next favorite, beauty water. So skin, hair, plants, it's all amazing. I actually use this on my face in the mornings and at night when I wash my face. And I really, truly do feel a difference. You can just feel your skin is very smooth. So we use it as a face wash and toner. And the properties of acidic water are effective in toning and firming our skin. And you can pat the skin dry and pat the skin to leave it dry. The water is also excellent as a toner after shaving or even on a hot day, just spritz it over your face. A lot of people actually that I follow in Hawaii who have their Kangen machines bring little spray bottles and spray themselves down while they're at the beach. And then hair care, conditioner. You can use this water instead of conditioner after shampooing. It reduces annoying tangles and brings out radiant shine. Keep it in a spray bottle and spray your hair and face when you're out and about. I actually do use this as a conditioning tangler spray after the shower, so it does work. And then pet care, you can spray it on your pet's fur with this water and then brush it afterwards to obtain the soft and shiny fur. And polishing, you can polish your mirrors, eyeglasses, glass objects, and windows to a high sheen. And then plants also love this water. You can see one of this thriving guys right behind me. I spray all my plants with, I actually use the higher one because I think they like it too. So why use the beauty water for your face? It relieves dryness, it feels energizing, controls the oil, reduces dark circles, whitens and brightens the skin, and it refines your pores. It gets rid of your pimples. I know for a fact because I had a breakout here, and ever since washing my face constantly so that I'm not touching it, it's literally gone away. So that is a proven freaking fact. And then the moisturizing of it too, and it relieves your sensitive skin, reduces eye bags, soothes skin after treatment, and it moisturizes and nourishes the skin with firming and elasticity.
Mhm.
All right, strong acidic is going to be Carrie.
Yes, alrighty, I'm gonna run us through this. This is actually one of my favorites. I struggle a lot with the harsh cleaning chemicals and the toxins in the cleaning chemicals. I couldn't walk down the aisles at the grocery store where the cleaning products were. Cleaning with things, I would get a rash, I would get hives, I would get allergies. Really, it was horrible. So I was always like, oh, can't clean my house. Not ideal. But the 2.5 pH kills bacteria faster than bleach. So when I heard this, I was like, oh, you have got to be kidding me. It is non-toxic, so you can use it as a mouthwash. You can gargle with it. You can put it in your eyes if you get a sty. You can soak your toothbrushes. You can spray your counters, your bathrooms. You can see this long list here: athlete's foot, strep throat, skin infections, bacterial infections. You can use it in a neti pot for sinus infections. Like I said, you can gargle. So if you've got strep throat or sore throat, it will kill the bacteria that's in your in there causing problems. Eye infections, styes, pink eye, food poisoning, salmonella, um, and then pneumonia, hepatitis, tuberculosis on the surfaces, right? So it is absolutely incredible. Which would you rather use, right? A toxic cleaning product, bleach, versus this 2.5 natural disinfectant that again is non-toxic, safe for pets, for consumption, for humans, for animals, for kids, all the stuff, right? It's been independently lab tested to kill over 100 different organisms faster than bleach. So we always say better than bleach. This little photo here is just an example of all of the plastic products that were under my sink that I pulled out and took a picture of, used them in a video, and then never used them again. Got rid of all of them. I haven't bought a cleaning product since 2020, which is when I purchased. So talk about the plastic waste reduction, right? And then talk about the non-toxic, getting rid of all these toxic chemicals in my life, in my household. And the freaking money that, I mean, this is expensive, right? I don't know if you guys have bought household cleaners, detergents, bleach, like carpet cleaner, all this stuff. It's expensive. So yeah, chalk that up to like, okay, saving money there. So you can see this is just a few of the several uses of the strong acidic water, right? Cleaning and disinfecting, hygiene, commercial operations. You can use it in beauty salons, hair salons, restaurants, daycare centers, gyms, workout centers, wellness centers. I already talked about pink eye, strep throat, but disinfecting when we had our big pandemic, everyone was out of bleach, everyone was out of hand sanitizer. I just had my little 2.5 bottle. I was spraying myself all over the place, cheap, easy, and I had it with me everywhere because it literally came from my sink. So it was really, really cool to be able to have had this. So this is some other things that you can do with the 2.5, right? We've got eczema. It's a skin treatment, right? So being treated before and after from the eczema, you can see the healing 2 weeks later. Same thing with psoriasis. We've got the psoriasis photos before and then after with the 2.5. And then this is an acne photo, the before and the after, right? We've got the before and the after photos using the strong acidic water. So it is really, really powerful what this water can do, all of the types of water. So you're not just getting a drinking water machine, you're getting, it changes your life, right? Change your water, change your life. And I'm going to pass it over to Amber Nicole now on this one.
All right. I love that statement. Change your water, change your life, because clearly you're starting to grasp that this machine is more than just drinking water. It's actually changing your life completely and removing all toxic BS from your house. And just like Carrie said, like all of those products, they add up, and those are all the products I've removed out of my house too. And it's eye-opening when you actually get to throw them away because you have a machine that does everything. So the offices that we actually have are global, and it's about 23 different countries. I think that might be more nowadays. And then there's, I believe, 40 locations. So we are global. So this is an endless opportunity as well. And then our certifications, of course. So Kangen Water has a lot of certificates we're going to go over, and it's a leader in global health, top industry leader since 1974. So it's actually a 50-year-old company. We're actually celebrating 50 years this year in Japan in June. It's going to be really exciting. And the OEM, Original Equipment Manufacturer. And then the member of the Direct Sales Association and the member of the Better Business Bureau. All right, 16 plus trusted certifications. ISO is the world's leading management system standard, globally adopted in virtually all industries. You can see some of the logos down there too. So what are the first ones that jump out at you? The FDA and the BBB, the Better Business Bureau. And these are just some of our certifications. We have 16 of them. All right, the Enagic versus the competition. So Enagic Kangen water is medical grade technology. It's endorsed by 6,000 medical doctors, and it's a direct Enagic form factory, which is in Japan that we'll get to tour when we go for the 50-year celebration. And they have a 45-plus-year track record. You can actually trade in, or not trade in, you can send in your machines to get deep cleaned so that you know that they're still going to be working properly, and they'll extend past that 45 years as long as you take care of them. As in any investment, you take care of your car, don't you? And then the 5 types of water: the strong alkaline water 11.5, the strong acidic water 2.5, and it's a 20 plus 30-year lifespan. And then the 5-year warranty, of course. And then everyone else, they're at most the ISO of 9001. No professional third-party endorsements. Pretty sad. They're an assembler and reseller. Brands come and go, which you see all the time. You always see new brands pop in and out, and that's not trustworthy. And they have only 1 to 3 types of water. And they don't have the strong alkaline water, and they don't have strong acidic water. And most people throw away these machines less than 5 years. So the investment is pretty obvious. And then the small print warranty advantage into that wording too. All right, and Enagic versus the competition. So the Kangen water solid plates, this is what they look like on the inside of the machine. They're constructed in well-crafted housing, built in electrodes through the platinum plates, and it's dipped in medical grade titanium. So you know it's very clean. And then you can see a little diagram of what the other companies out there have. They usually just have a mesh plate, no housing to protect the flimsiness. And then it's easily corrodable because it has nothing protecting it. And it's attached to electrolyte. So the difference is clear, right? There really is no competition. And then you can see some before and afters, and then what other things look like on the inside. It's pretty nasty if you think about it. That's what you're drinking. Like, imagine just taking apart any filtration system and looking at it and seeing what it looks like. It's like looking at the inside of a storm drain, cut it in half and you can see inside of it. It's pretty nasty, and people are still drinking out of it. So the knockoff technology cannot be cleaned or serviced, and the mesh screens, it's just disgusting. So Enagic has the 7 large solid titanium plates dipped in medical grade platinum. So that's 450% larger surface area than the knockoffs. And that's 230 watts of continuous power, 270% more powerful electrolysis. So win-win here.
Yeah.
Pass
So
it back
really,
to Carrie.
yeah, perfect. Yeah. So really, we're looking at Enagic's world-class products here. There just is nothing that compares. We say competition very, very loosely because as you just saw, there really is no competition. These are the 3 different ionizer machines that we've got, the K8, the SD501 Platinum, and the SD501. And then we do also have 2 other products, the Anespa, which is the shower system that you may have heard mentioned earlier, and the Yukon Turmeric. This is a turmeric supplement, comes in soap, tea, or capsule form. I'm going to talk about these really, really quickly. We're almost to the end of this presentation, so we'll wrap up and see if you guys have any questions. But first off, I want to just cover the Anespa. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you know this, but in the course of one 10-minute shower, you can absorb more chlorine in your body through your skin than you would when drinking 8 glasses of unfiltered tap water. Like, think about that. That's really crazy, right? We think about what we're drinking a lot of times, but we don't think about what we're bathing in or putting in on our bodies. And your skin absorbs hundreds of chemicals from your tap water every time you bathe. So it's really like, wait a minute here. The Inespa shower system, it's a mineral ion shower spa, and it removes nearly 100% of the chlorine and other harmful substances that are in your tap water. And it provides a continuous stream of healthy ionized mineral water with safe moisturizing minerals that are healthy for your skin and for your hair. The Inespa filters contain a blend of different minerals that are found in the healing hot springs in Hokkaido, Japan. And this helps make your water more alkaline, slightly alkaline, and really promotes relaxation. So it gives you that spa feeling literally in your shower. It has the Mike Stone, which it generates activated mildly alkaline water, really good for your skin. Has Power Stone, which generates strong negative ions, which are extremely important to your body. And then the tufa stone is a mineral stone that's taken directly from the Futamata Radium Hot Springs in Hokkaido. And this stone gives the water that same gentle, relaxing effect of a hot spring. These are also called onsens in Japan. And so that's really where they came up with the concept of this Inespa mineral ion shower, is from the Japanese onsens, or the Japanese hot springs. And then we have the Yukon turmeric supplement. Really, what's so special about turmeric, like you probably have heard about this, but turmeric has been around in the healing realm for over 6,000 years. It was originally used as an Ayurvedic healing, you know, option, I guess. But it's really good for diabetes. It helps regulate your blood sugar and insulin levels. It's a fat burner. It's a natural detoxifier, and it is incredible for reducing inflammation in our bodies. It regulates blood sugar, faster wound healing. It's got memory protection, so protection against Alzheimer's and dementia. And again, huge amounts of lowering from your inflammation standpoint. So you can ease arthritis, ease muscle aches, anything inflammation based, and can help you lose weight as well. So it's a phenomenal supplement. I take this Yukon on a daily basis, and I notice a huge impact with it for me. But this is what we consider Enagic's trifecta of health. We've got the water ionizer machine. This is the K8 that's shown. We've got the Inespa mineral ion shower spa, and then we've got the Yukon turmerics. And so really these 3 products are the trifecta of health. They target the root cause of illness and assist your body in restoring and maintaining those levels of optimal health. And that's really where we want to be, right? Optimal health. And I think Ralph Waldo Emerson says it best in this quote: the first wealth is health. Really, if we don't have our health, what do we have? So with this water, you're going to drink with it, you're going to wash with it, you're going to use it, you're going to use it for the rest of your life. You're going to clean your food with it, you're going to cook with it, you're going to clean your house with it for the rest of your life. This is really such a rounded solution. Amber, if you want to do this one.
Yeah, so it's pretty obvious. If you save the planet, you're also saving your health. Just see like the example of the water bottles, and then all of your cleaning products, and not to mention the things you don't think about that are also toxic, like mouthwash and store-bought shampoos and conditioners, all stuff that I got rid of. And ever since I did, I just feel completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And one machine replaces it all. So imagine your household savings. I'm trying to move my picture, it's always in the way. The average household can save 50 to 200 per month by properly using their water machine. Kangen machines last 20 to 30 plus years. That's a savings of 12,000 to 70,000 in a lifetime. That's amazing. So what are you worth? Most people take better care of their car, unfortunately. Spend more money on their car than their own health and their own body. I mean, it's the sad truth, but that's why we're here, to show you guys the light and this amazing technology that's really changing the world and changing all of our lives. And they say within 10 years that this is going to be in every household in America. So what if your machine was free? Even though 90% of people purchase a Kangen machine, for their own personal use and health benefits, they wouldn't mind offsetting the costs. So this is a tax write-off if you do purchase this machine. How to offset the costs? One, within 2 years, most people will offset the cost of this machine for their household savings alone. I already went over the prices. It's pretty amazing. And number two, owners of Kangen machines automatically receive customer reward checks directly from Enagic by referring others. So we get paid back, but we get to keep our machine. So basically, we like to call this machine our ATM machine that is sitting on our counters because it produces an income and it produces our life-saving everyday use. All right, so there's 4 types of people: ready to invest in your health, or ready to invest and need a financing plans, or 3, you have questions, or 4, not interested in changing your life. What's your number? Pop it in the comments below. Let's hear from everybody and let us know where you're at. And thank you guys again for staying in and watching all of this through. I know it was a little tedious, but there was so much good information and we wanted to make sure we provided everything for everyone to understand everything. So if you're ready to reach out, if you're ready, reach out to the person who invited you here and tell them you're ready, or go ahead and comment ready below in the comments. And then register to get access to our onboarding platform. And then you're going to book a call with your business specialist. And then you're going to complete your discovery process to get clear on your goals. And then you're going to order the system and you're going to launch your business. It's that simple. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate everything. And if you're ready to learn more about this high profit business, please reach out to either of us or whoever brought you to the group. And we also have another one going to launch on February 1st. 6 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. MST, and 8 p.m. CST, and 9 p.m. EST, depending on where you're at. And yeah, we're hosting that. So we're excited to see people pop on as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So this next class that we're doing on February 1st is going to be strictly about the business. This one was pretty much all about the water. And so we're going to do the flip side of the coin and really dive into the high profit business side of this and how that works from the automation standpoint to the business standpoint. We're going to really cover everything in that one. So be sure to jump back on that one. And thank you guys again so much for joining us tonight. I think we kept it just right at an hour. So gosh, thank you so much for spending your time with us tonight. We know your guys' time is super valuable. And I hope you learned so much about this water and why it is so different. And literally why we always say, change your water, change your life, because that's exactly what it does. So
that's right.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.